Jake Skin of the Boxed In podcast, delighted to be joined here by Josh Warrington. Josh, we're at the Donks of the Dome tonight. You're in the corner for Will Harrison. He got the win in there. He's a stable mate. How do you kind of assess his performance? Obviously, I assume you're very pleased for him.
Yeah, obviously, first and foremost, he's got the job done. That's the main thing. I felt like he could have made it easier for himself. There were times when I felt he had, both hurt, but both boxed well in certain times, and he evaded well, and he held a bit of a poker face. But I feel that what I've seen Will do in the gym, I would like to have seen him bring to the table. I think he could have made it a lot easier for himself, but hey, he got the win, and that's all that matters.
He got the win, and now moving on to bigger and better things. Obviously, he holds that central area belt. Do you expect to see him maybe chance something like an English title? Or?
Yeah, I mean, he's only young, and he's only had like 10, 11 fights, and he's already had some absolute barnstormers and some fight of the year contenders already. I won't mind him just having like a bit of a steady defence, to be fair. But he's hungry, and I know he wants more. So if a bigger title could come along, I think he will a little bit more work in the gym, and then more than definitely should take it.
You've certainly had some fight of the year contenders, and obviously your last fight against Leigh didn't go as you would have hoped. You've got the rematch now. Obviously you're going to want to go in there and right that wrong. How are you kind of preparing for that at the moment?
Well, I think as soon as that fight finished, we'd been speaking about the rematch, and for whatever reason over the last 2 years it's been a long time coming, but we've been working on bits and bats in case they never did come up. I was breezing the fight up until what happened. That 7th round all went a bit pear-shaped, shall we say, with me being took to the point and just getting a bit reckless, and that was just that. It was just that. I don't think I need to change much else, because why would I? I was winning the fight, and if anything, I could just add to it, and we'll see on 21st of February.
Is it a bit frustrating, kind of, obviously you had the first fight, the rematch could have been, happened a few months kind of after that. Is it kind of frustrating that it's took this long for it to kind of come to fruition?
Well, I think so. Would you like to see it straight away after? And that was the answer that I asked many reporters and many boxing fans after. And it made sense for us to go in there straight away. There were talks of going to City Ground. There were talks about going here, there, and everywhere. But it never came right, and I have no idea why it didn't. I did everything that I could in my power in terms of like taking less money and agreeing to everything that he wanted to do in the contract. I even think that maybe in one line it would at least control as well. So, but hey, it's by the by. It's 2 years later, and we're here now.
What do you think you need to do differently in this fight to change the result?
Like I just said, I don't think I have to change much really. Like I was winning the fight quite comfortably. And a lot of people were saying to me after, it's almost like I'm rolling back the years, and boxing as well as I had done against Leigh Selby or Carl Frampton. And fight was quite easy. I feel like I was going at a steady enough pace. But like I say, I think I lost a bit of control in that round 7. Obviously, you never prepare for that to happen, but I think if that scenario would come about again, I guess I've learned from my lessons.
You've reached the highest highs in boxing. You become world champion. Why are you still doing it? What's the motivation? What's the aim?
It's a great question. I mean, people do say, surely you're happy. Yeah, I am to a certain extent, but I feel like I can still do more. Then you're a long time retired, and this is something that I've done since I was a 7-year-old boy. And there's times where I thought, how long do you want to keep on going till? And then I've spoke about this with my wife and about my friends and my old man and stuff. I've spoke about going to this day, but if you're still there and you still can compete, and I know I can, and physically I'm in fantastic shape, and when I'm in the gym and I'm sparring with lads, I know what I've got and what I'm capable of to do. And when you look around and there's still goals what can be achieved, then why would you not do it?
What are those goals?
Well, I've boxed for. I could have potentially been a or a 4-time world champion, and I believe that the first time round I only lost my belt outside the ring, not inside the ring. Second time I lost on a majority decision. Then I've obviously boxed for 2 world titles since, but I do believe that fine lines between them, and if an opportunity came to fight for a world title again, I believe I could do it. Be a 2-weight 3-time world champion. Like, I wouldn't do the sport if I didn't think I could be part of entertaining fights as well. I feel like I can still bring some entertainment, but I kind of, more than anything, I want to do it on my own terms. I want to finish on my own terms. I don't want me to finish in an half-empty Wembley against Anthony Ketchel when I haven't really performed, and then just call it a day there, which I'm always thought I had done. I'd rather do it on fucking my terms, where we have a good night, good finish, and then sit down with my family or my team, and then go from there.
How much longer do you want to stay in this sport, or is it just something that you kind of have to judge on a fight-by-fight basis?
Just that, constantly hear from promoters and managers, this could be just your last one, blah blah blah. But who fucking knows? Who knows? It's like you see fighters in this day and age, and 35 used to be an old age, but I don't fucking feel 35, and I don't think I look 35 either. So, while it's still there in the tank, why not keep going?
Just quickly, we're here obviously in Doncaster. Over in Miami, we had the press conference for Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. Just your kind of opinion on that quickly.
I mean, AJ's got to just do business, hasn't he? I mean, I didn't realise the size difference until I seen the pictures of him, and the power and the ferocity that it brings. You've seen what he's done to the likes of Charles Martin and Ngannou, Vladimir Klitschko. It brings something like that. It's going to be curtains, isn't it?
Finally, just the word on Maxi Hughes. Stablemate announced that he's going over to Dubai fighting a WBA world title eliminator. You're expecting him to do the business in that?
He will do. Max lives in the gym, trains hard, he's always focused, he's been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. We train together, but he inspires me. We watch him constantly, and his revamp of his career has been, it's been fantastic to watch. So do the job in Dubai, and then look at big world title after that.
I know I said finally, but why should fans tune into your rematch on DAZN against Leigh Wood if they're not already going to after the first fight?
So the first fight, obviously, we're entertaining. We led it in a bit away, and loads of people have been calling for it. This is well put it to bed.
Josh Warrington, thanks so much for your time.